Once upon a time, a lot of shit, bro. But this is the 2020. You can do anything off your phone now. Literally anything. You can order food. You can buy a house. You can rent pussy. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want on your phone now. You only gotta leave the house with shit. Which is why I don't understand why people are still leaving the house. Crazy part is that crazy part is did I ever send you that fucking picture that my cousin took down in Texas like as soon as shit opened back up?
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah. That
Texas
was
is
about a
shut
month
the
ago, right?
fuck down already. That shit
Yep.
took no time at all.
That was about a month ago, wasn't it?
Dead ass a month ago. That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is really
Yep.
crazy. Shout out to Texas. I mean, this is not a thing where it's like, nigga, it's not that fun. It's not supposed to be
Nigga
funny. Relax.
no, fuck that. No, fuck that. That's funny. Nigga said Texas just got shut the fuck down again. Shout out to Texas.
This
Oh,
nigga.
that's fucked up. No, that is fucked up.
Anyway, motherfucker. Shout out to Texas because obviously I got family in Texas, and I hope that people in Texas are starting to take this shit seriously again. Cause I did
Of
not like
course.
that. No, I did not like that walking around with no mask shit as soon as I seen it. That was like the day they got. That was like the day after it got lifted, and niggas are just at a party. I was very confused. I was like, bro, if there was any sense of self preservation, what are we doing?
Well, I mean, I think okay. That's a multitude of things that
Oh yeah, everything open in
I think.
Korea too, ain't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You niggas are wilding. You niggas are wilding.
I mean, there's a lot
It says a lot of ass. What?
of. No, there's not a lot of.
Let's say I've looked.
No, I said
I've not
ass
looked.
backwards.
I've not looked. I
You,
swear to God.
you silly. Oh no. Just a matter. And I have yet to scratch. And I dare not. Shit. I dare not predict or ask. It's just. I've just.
You're
Run
cutting out
over.
again, bro.
Ah.
Stop
Uh.
clutching your phone so goddamn hard.
No, you ass. It was sitting. It was sitting next to.
Man, hold your
No.
phone. You gotta work with the tools you got, or you gotta buy like a stand, like I got. Well, I mean, I'm in a mic, obviously going into the main
Excuse
speaker
me.
in my crib, but either way,
Right. Either way. Yeah, I don't give a shit about going over my about being um fuck ever. But returning back to staying on topic actually. Um with Texas reopened. Um
Texas closing down
I think
after it opened.
well yeah, closing down after it reopened. I think that a lot of that I think a lot of that shit um okay. People were in quarantine. Okay, how long ago was the killing of George Floyd?
That was literally like a month ago.
Okay. So a month ago,
So both
I
of
want
these
to say
things were
people.
basically within like the same 48 hours.
Right. So, but here's my thing. Uh, People have been stuck inside up to that point, roughly around 3 months, right? Roughly.
Something like that. Like the orders to like really shut shit down came around. I want to say like the end of March, early April.
Hmm.
So all of April, all of May, basically. So nah, not even that long. Like 2 months.
Okay, that's still a pretty long time for people stuck inside. So I feel like a lot of people were shit, so to speak. And I'm
I
not
mean, if
making
hypothetically they were staying home already, because like obviously we
right.
got the first couple of cases like right as the year started, and that was when I was like, well, I'm not about to go nowhere.
Fair enough. Um, no, but like I imagine people were staying inside for the most part on necessity, but that's still a lot of time to be stuck in the same four walls doing basically nothing. A lot of people lost work, so on. Um, I imagine a lot of people losing their shit and being desperate to go outside. I can understand. Same token, there's one way of doing shit, and then there's a better way of doing shit. I say that all the time. That on top of everybody throwing around the jokes and shit amidst the protest that, damn, weren't we all locked inside because of some fucking virus or some shit?
But they was
And
doing
no
that shit
new
when it
cases
first
popped
started
up?
up, when it was all those fucking memes like, oh, melanin blocks COVID. Are you stupid, my nigga? Bro, how many times are we gonna fall for the Hotep memes? There's
I say
absolutely
that,
nothing to do. There's almost zero medical. There's almost no medical malady on the face of the planet that is going to, in some way, shape, or form, protect you. Well, melanin is not going to protect you from it. There's no amount, black people as a whole, please, for the love of God, don't believe the memes.
exactly.
The
No, I
memes are
said,
here to destroy us. That's all they're here for. Laughs and
okay, look,
destruction. I've never seen a
let me,
meme that has improved my life.
of course, no, I have jokingly said people that I know and love and that I've contacted, I'm scared of the fucking corona. I have fucking said that for that reason, but in the same token, I also know I'm not fucking invincible. A and B, I also know how to fucking wash my hands and adhere to shit. As much as I don't like wearing this fucking mask, guess what? I'm gonna wear this fucking mask. I don't know if this shit is actually helping me, if it's like putting me at risk. I don't fucking know. But to put other people at fucking ease, throw this fucking mask on. And I'm gonna pretend like that shit is helping. Also, I'm not around a whole bunch of people all the fucking time. Despite the fact that, well, I have about 14 kids in my fucking classroom. But aside from that, like I said, everybody thought that shit was cool until, hey, remember me? Yeah, I'm still a thing. Yeah.
I mean, here's the crazy part, and I'm gonna read some of these I'm gonna read some of these comments, because here's the funny thing. I don't know if you've been catching Lupe's lives and shit like that, but this nigga's been wilding. I don't want to call. I don't want to say it's wilding because he's accurate. But this nigga's been wilding. I'm gonna say it anyway. This nigga, this nigga's been wilding for like weeks, trying to warn people, trying to help people. Like, bro, please take this shit seriously, please. And he reposts a story headline, and I quote: a California man said 28 members of his family tested positive for the coronavirus. Richard
Oh
Gary,
no,
who
I saw that.
lost.
No,
Oh, so you seen it? Did you read the
yeah, I
comments?
seen that post.
Did you read the comments?
No, I didn't see the comments on it.
Nigga,
I just saw the
nigga,
post from Lupe.
nigga, nigga, nigga.
Okay, wait a second. Hold up. I'm on.
Nigga.
I'm on. I'm on. I'm on.
No,
Wait,
I'm
wait,
about
wait,
to
wait,
read
wait,
them.
wait, wait.
I'm about to read
I'm
them
on,
out
bro.
loud. I'm about to read them right now. I'm about to read it right now. This is from Sleeping Lion M. This nigga says, I'm getting some odd vibes. Like, you're being told to, quote, push this narrative vibes. It'll hurt if you become entangled in this neo narrative. I'm not saying this isn't a real threat, but I'm approaching it much further than face value. You should do the same. You know exactly how they operate. Don't forget who you are.
No, I see that. I see that comment too. What the fuck is he talking
What
about?
the fuck is he talking about?
Play the fucking Keenan Wayne shit from Don't Be a Menace. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Hold on. It's another one. Most masks only have a 10% virus protection rate. It's basically no avoiding this virus unless we stay in the house all 2020.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second.
Bruh,
Hold on.
where are they getting these
Hold on.
numbers from? I just want to know where they get these. It can't be the CDC.
Okay, wait. Hold on. That the numbers part may be okay. We could leave that percentage shit out because there's no way to confirm that shit. But I think the important part is there is no avoiding this fucking virus unless you motherfuckers stay in the house.
Absolutely.
Stay your ass
Stay
in the fucking house.
home, dog. Don't even think like, bro. There's so little shit that you actually need to leave the house for. Like, the most important shit, obviously, is just the fact that people really need to work. People really do need to be able to pay their bills. They need to be able to feed their kids. They need to be able to do etc. But it's not. People aren't. I don't want to say people aren't getting sick at work because a couple of people I know, when they went back to work in the factories and people on their line tested positive, like, that's some scary shit. But at the same time, precautions can be taken and things can be sorted out. And for the most part, I want to say that, especially in essential jobs, as long as people are doing what is necessary hygienically, there shouldn't be too much going on. And if people are, exhibiting symptoms, I would hope that they're immediately staying home. But
Right.
at the same time, niggas are booking trips. Niggas are hopping on planes. I'm just so fucking confused. I'm so confused because it's like everybody was like, at the beginning of this shit, everybody was like, when they open things back up, it won't necessarily be safe. I'm necessarily going out there. 2 months of being in the house and niggas was in Atlanta like it wasn't shit. Atlanta's going to get shut down next. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, bro. I know at least 6 people that went to Atlanta just over the past week. And all them niggas who were on the beaches in Miami, Miami's experiencing a spike like we've never fucking seen before. Anywhere in America, at least. Bro, stay the fuck. Here's my thing. Even if you absolutely have to fly for work and shit, stay the fuck away from the beaches. Stay the fuck away from the nightlife. Stay the fuck away from all the places where you know for an absolute fact there's going to be people there congregating, exhaling all over each other, coughing and laughing. Having a good old bro, stay the fuck out of those spaces. You don't have to be there.
You don't.
Nothing is that important. Take this shit seriously. This shit is not the flu. It's not. For some reason, there's still people who think this is a flu. It's a flu virus, but the symptoms, the disease it causes is not the flu, my nigga. At all. It's not. The flu doesn't require you to get lung transplants. The flu doesn't give you fucking diabetes. This shit is giving niggas diabetes.
Wow.
Bro, if niggas tell you right now, hey, don't go outside, you could get airborne diabetes. If that's not enough to keep you in the house, I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say.
I'm so sorry. It's the way you said it, fam. It's the way you said it. That's what I'm laughing at. I'm not laughing at airborne.
Bro, we gotta laugh to keep from crying because this shit is so goddamn serious. Niggas, it's airborne it's airborne fucking diabetes.
You gotta cut it out, my dude. You gotta cut it out. This man is nuts. Oh God.
I'm just saying, bro, when I saw this shit, when I read that article, I was like, bro, what? Is this not enough? Imagine God up in heaven trying to create a plague, and this nigga's like, these niggas still won't stay in the house. All right, I'll fix that. Get these niggas diabetes now. People seen it and were still like, man, I already booked these tickets to Atlanta. I already booked these tickets. I'm going. Plague or no plague, God sitting up in heaven like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm fucking, you don't see how serious this is? How much more can I do to you for you to realize?
Fam, 2020 has been a wild.
How much more
year,
shit can I rain down on you for you to realize you need to rethink the way you're living?
Fam, 2020, real talk, a wild ass year. Bottom.
Bro, the first reports were that it was airborne pneumonia. It went from airborne pneumonia to causing people to lose limbs to causing diabetes. When will it be enough for people to take it seriously?
When as soon as you step your ass outside, you just drop fucking dead.
You know what to keep people inside? You know, so one thing I think that will actually keep people inside.
Can't wait to hear this shit.
The single solitary thing that's gonna keep people inside.
God.
Just tell everybody. They don't even gotta be serious about this shit. Just say in 5% of the cases, we've seen people's genitals completely fall off, and I think that will finally be the thing that makes niggas stay in the house. It shouldn't have to go that far. It shouldn't have to go that far.
Wow, that's nuts. That is
nuts on the ground. Airborne.
Wait a second. Let me make sure I understand this. So the thing that will keep people indoors.
Well, you know the corona, it'll chop your dick clean off.
Like, your dick and balls to fall off.
I think that'll be the one thing that will have people like, you know what? I don't even need the trip that bad because never mind my lungs, never mind my kidneys, my dick. God, you gonna take my dick? Holy shit.
So yeah.
But you know what's gonna be the funny part about that? That's not even the funniest part. You know what's gonna be the funniest part about that? It's gonna be some woman on Twitter like, we can finally walk the streets at night.
Yeah.
We can finally walk the streets at night in peace. And these niggas are getting airborne diabetes. They still gonna be out there. That shit is nuts. What will possess a person, bro? I'm tired of talking about it. Like I'm tired of preaching about it.
Sorry about that.
I'm tired of tweeting about it. I'm tired of warning after warning happening, and yeah. Can you hear me?
Yo.
Yep, still here.
Pause the pod. Pause the pod. Dick and balls falling off due to the virus.
No. No, what I was saying is, even if that does happen, you're going to have women on Twitter tweeting that they can finally walk around in the middle of the night like anybody wants to do that because all the niggas are in the house. Never mind the fact that they can still corrode your lungs to the point that you need a transplant.
No, well, the female equivalent to that would be that your uterus. Just,
We not going there.
Oh, never mind.
We not
Okay.
going there. Dick jokes are
Okay.
funny, vagina jokes are never funny. And corona jokes are not funny. Deadass corona jokes are not funny either, but at the same time, we gotta laugh to keep from crying here.
Okay.
But no, we're
Edit
not.
that out.
We're better than that,
Okay.
Jonathan, we're better than that.
No,
we're
you're
we're,
better than
we're
that.
better
I'm
than
not.
that.
No, you're better than that. I'm not.
Well, I'm better than that. Fuck it.
But I'll play along.
Basically, moving along to greener pastures here.
Okay.
Let's talk about some positive shit.
Oh God.
Cyberpunk 2077 looks like if there was ever a perfect example of like everything I want that I've seen so far, at least everything I want in a game like that. This is the most perfect, polished, shiny example of what could be in like a lot of universes, like outside of like the tabletop game, which is based on the level of detail that I'm seeing in like people's feedback and reactions and shit like that is just like, bro, what, how do we don't deserve this after the year we've after the year we've had. We do not deserve this game. And the fucked up part is that we were supposed to get it early on. Like we should be able to play it like damn near right now if it had actually like stayed to the original date. I'm perfectly fine with it getting pushed back because I've seen the scale now, and for the most part, I completely understand why it's going to take a lot of time to clean up the code and make it work as well as possible. So I'm content with that, but at the same time, if ever there was a non-important part of 2020 that I was actually looking forward to, and the fact that it just keeps getting pushed back, I think this is again God's way of saying, please stay in the fucking house or I'll push this game back again. Because every time that we have like some wild shit happen, Cyberpunk gets pushed back. That shit gonna come out in 2021. The game is like, this fuck ass year, I'm going to next year. Oh my God. And I don't blame them one bit.
Oh man.
It's horrible around here.
The new release date is November, right?
Yeah, November.
Yeah, some fuck shit gonna happen before November.
Man, some fuck shit gonna happen in
2021.
November. The election.
yeah,
It's an
in November.
election year.
In
Oh,
November.
joy.
Oh,
fucking,
shit, that's right.
fucking joy, my nigga. It's an election year.
Oh shit.
You guessed it. Bitch, you was...
Oh shit.
Bitch, you guessed it. You was right. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Oh man. Oh, it's a wrap. A wrap.
Bro, we can clean the fuck up in November. We gonna lose on two fronts.
It's a wrap. Cyberpunk ain't coming out this year. No, fuck that shit.
Bro, I'll push that shit back to 2025. I'll push that back to actually 2027. Oh shit. There's absolutely nothing we can do about the outbreak. There's nothing we can do about what most likely is going to result in a piss poor election that's going to piss everybody off. There's nothing that we can do about a lot of the goings on right now that isn't anybody's fault, but is deeply affecting everything from the social to people's mental health to like, if ever there was a time where people who thought, oh man, depression isn't a thing, if those guys If ever there was a time for them to see the light, it's now. Because, bro,
Yeah.
I've never seen. Obviously, the majority of us in this generation have never seen any shit like this. Not all of these things happening simultaneously this way, and to an extent, I lend a bit of that to the idea that it's always been happening. It's just being broadcast. But like, SARS didn't feel like this, my nigga. Remember SARS? SARS came and went. SARS didn't stick around for like a long ass time. Anthrax, you remember anthrax? You remember bird flu?
Yeah.
We've had a
Yeah.
lot of love affairs with like deadly human ending viruses and bacteria and shit like that. But COVID just seems to be like it's really fucking playing for keeps, and it's pissing me off because I'm not prepared to settle down. I'm not fucking going. I don't even, for the most part, my lungs are already trash. I don't need an accelerant and what will probably immediately kill me anyway.
First of all, I appreciate you using the word accelerant, pop, bringing that out. Secondly, yeah, you're right. Uh, we don't need this extra shit. People already got issues. Fuck that shit.
But the important part is, the important thing here is, I think is like really shaking a lot of bullshit to the core. Like
Mhm.
the whole culture of influencers has like shriveled to like nothing. OnlyFans is
What you
going
mean by
two.
that?
OnlyFans is going $2 for $5 right now. People are not buying no premium snaps. People, it's slow fucking motion on the influencer standpoint right now, bruh. It's slow fucking motion. All the people they've been calling broke for years are actually broke now, and it's reflected in the prices. Sometimes you just gotta go and look and see what the price of a brick is, but the price of a brick currently is in the pits. It's under so much shit. As far as like, there's no. I don't want to say that there's no relief gonna be happening, but for people who have like put their entire lives into not even just like that particular part of the influence culture, if you look at like Twitch streamers and all the shit that's going on with them, I would hope that all the current goings on are motivation for people to get off one centralized platform.
Yeah, fair.
Because at the end of the day, while right now there seems to be some good intentions that's getting some real fucking creepy people out of here, what are we gonna do when they decide to come for a bunch of other shit? Like this, it never stops at like the creeps and the abusers and the people who are trying to use their power and influence for like creepy shit. It never stops there. It's eventually going to come for anybody who has an idea or a personality that rubs people wrong.
Of course. So,
Like the terms of service get tighter and tighter every single year. And I really hope people are paying attention to that aspect as well, because I don't want anybody to be out here in the cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to be out here where it's a situation like, oh goddamn, what is his name? Fucking Angry Joe, where like they tried to sweep him up into all of that shit. Luckily he in some way, shape, or form had a good head on him and kind of kept it on a swivel with his current situation. You can go to his Twitter and find that shit. I'm not gonna talk about it in depth. I really don't want to. But like they tried to get that motherfucker out of here, and I'm pretty sure that if he didn't do his due diligence as far as like what it is he was dealing with the people going to it was like a convention or some shit. It wasn't TwitchCon or any shit like that. It was one of those influencer conventions. Um, but like it's a lot of people that'll do some fuck shit to kind of get some fame off your name. No matter what it is no matter how good your intentions are, no matter how much you cover your ass, there's always somebody out to get you. And just to extrapolate that to a more common example, it's plenty of people just waiting on you to say something that they know that they can flip and that they can take to insert whatever group that is consistently outraged on the internet and take you the fuck out. I don't think that there is going to be any safeguards in place at some point where it's just like, well, you said a thing we don't like, so say goodbye to all your following. And that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, I get that, fam. No, I don't have a whole lot to say in regards to that simply because, okay, my bad. I probably should have led with that. I don't have a whole lot to say in regards to that simply because, like, well, shit, I don't have a following. And even if I did, I could tell you all day what I would
Hold
do
on,
if I
let's
was
hold on,
in
hold
that
on, hold on,
situation.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's unpack that. Why don't you have a following?
Oh God, shut up. Leave me alone.
What do you mean? Aren't you Nine Deuce the rapper?
fam, relax, calm down,
I'm chilling. What are you talking
For the
about?
most part, listen. For the most part, you're not even when you talk to me. You don't even. For the most part, you're not even talking to Nine. You're talking to John. For the most part.
I mean,
For the most part.
can we get Nine Deuce out here?
Okay, fam. Okay, so all of my 1 million followers, they don't give a shit about none of that shit. Look, I can get in trouble today. I drop a new record tomorrow. It's gonna break the internet. My pockets is still gonna be lined. We still gonna be balling. Not on a budget like the rest of these fuck niggas. That ain't got shit going.
Who the hell
My
is we,
fans is
nigga? I'm
loyal.
poor. I'm poor.
Nigga, if I'm balling, you balling.
Agree to disagree, motherfucker. About to pay my car note with an IOU out this bitch. Yo,
No,
I owe you. But no, I'm gonna pay it with it. COVID did this to me.
no. It's funny. I actually was thinking about that last night because one of the last things I was doing is I was listening to a group of guys talking, and
A group of guys, no girls.
Okay, allow me to name drop. Then I was listening
Pause.
to the JVP.
No,
said
you're
name
good.
drop. There's nothing.
Go ahead, bro. I mean, it's a regular part of the culture at this point. There's no point in trying
Fair
to.
enough. All right, yeah, okay. So I was listening to JBP, and this kind of segues into what we were talking about before we got on this. And there was a thing, and they were just basically saying this is not the time to be trying to entertain motherfuckers. There's some very serious shit going on out here, and that's what we need to be focused. I understand that. In the same token, isn't this podcast kind of an entertainment podcast?
The JBP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, the Daily Show was an entertainment show. It wasn't the news.
No, I get that. No, I get that. I get that.
Shout out to the Daily Show. Shout out to Trevor Noah. I stopped watching.
Yeah.
And I used to watch that shit religiously every fucking day. Like that was the main part. That was what got me my money's worth on Hulu. And sometimes circa whenever Trevor Noah got hired, it felt like I was watching the same shit every day.
Yeah.
As soon as the
Yeah.
Trump cycle started, everything felt like the same shit every goddamn day. Within that, yeah, JBP is an entertainment podcast. I don't know why he wouldn't still be trying to get that particular audience. I mean, to an extent, we reached a weird cultural milestone where like everybody is a willing participant in what is essentially a surveillance state at this point. And that nobody wants to be caught doing anything that could be misconstrued, which it will be, because insert angry group on the internet that's going to take issue with what you say. But at the same time, there's no way to do what it is you do as a podcast without the entertainment aspect. Like, yeah, it's important as human beings for us to touch on certain subjects with a certain level of care, but at the same time, you can't, like, it just can't be. It goes back to the whole conscious music debate. If it's conscious music, it still needs to be music first. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's lost poets. There's a whole host of people who you can point to as far as like early arbiters of what you could call conscious hip hop in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, that was still music. That was still jazz. And for podcasting, there definitely still needs to be that level of human warmth and subtle escapism from at least the immediate problems that we're facing today.
Right. No, I mean, there's always a time to get serious. There's always a time, and there should always be a time. Always be a space. Certain avenues, of course. However, the issue I was bringing up earlier is that stance of, if you have a platform, you should be doing something with your platform, and if you're not doing anything with that platform, you're a distraction. That amongst many other things, makes me feel like this conversation about social injustices is being missed.
I mean, that happens every single time that we hit a kind of a groundswell with this sort of stuff, though.
First of all, not everybody has all of the proper information.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, 100%. And in fact, shit, that's another thing that Lupe's been talking about on his lives, as far as like there being a consistent amount of just misinformation all over the web with everything that's going on.
That's what you heard me say.
No, I was still actually getting my shit on when it DC'd. Anyway, but no, that happens every time that there's a tremendous groundswell of shit happening, and it happens in cycles and waves all the time. But what's bad about a distraction, my nigga? You need a distraction.
No, exactly. No, but hold on. What I was saying is, no, I was getting to that. But here's the thing. So again, by definition, like, we all have a platform. If you have a way of communicating with anybody, like be it social media or you have a business or some shit like that, if you have a way of interacting with other people, you pretty much have a platform. You have a way of getting information to people. Yeah. So whether you're new to some shit or you're a veteran, whether your following is small or your following is big. So me, Nine Deuce, with my small ass following, which may be only 5% of this following even notices my shit. What am I supposed to tell to those one or two handfuls of people who see my shit? What are you
Furthermore,
expecting
those
me
are
to
the
do?
homies. 9 times out of
Exactly.
10.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, these are the homies. These are the people that I talk to
About this
on a
shit
frequent
anyway.
basis about, yeah, anyway. So what am I supposed to do? And in regards to communicating with strangers, to go back to what we were talking about earlier, um, I don't give a fuck what a stranger thinks. I don't,
But you have
especially on
to
the internet.
but you have to. Because everybody's a public figure now, whether they want to be or not. If you're on the internet, you're technically a public figure now.
Okay, no, I get that. I get that.
And that's the scary part about, again, this surveillance state sort of shit. Like, people are afraid of a lot of shit that they enabled in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, as far as social media goes, it's like, well, I don't post to my family because people might say things and I've had stalkers. And it's like, because you're not really supposed to do that shit in the first place. Like, it's an
Right.
option to do so. But, like, if they constantly say Twitter is the public square and you got your whole ass out in the public square, you can't really be upset that the public square is reacting to the ass out there,
Exactly.
metaphorically. Like, if
Right.
you're acting ridiculous, like, you can't get mad that people are in some way, shape, or form either judging you or trying to police that behavior, at least on that particular platform.
No, indeed.
But at the same time, um you can't not do that at this point. There's really no way to get things to people outside of a certain few avenues that are all kind of open to a level of criticism and a level of visibility necessary for you to proliferate. But at the same time, you can't escape it. Like, once you're out there, you're out there. Once you put an idea out there, it's out there. There's nothing you can do to get it back.
No, that's true. That's fair. Fair. I get that. Which is why, like I said, my whole thought, I was in a conversation.
One, as you were
So,
saying.
like I said, yeah, that all goes back into what I was thinking about earlier. Like I was saying, or like I was saying, I was thinking about conversation that I heard being had on EP, and I'm just thinking to myself, uh, why the fuck do I have to do what everybody else is fucking doing? Like, my social media is for one thing, maybe two things, and that's to share music and share my video game clips. That's it, fam.
That's fair,
I'm not.
but at the same time, this is a. I gotta stop saying that. First of all, we're in a very precarious era right now. People are very sensitive to things, and it all comes down to, at the end of the day, what do your greatest allies think? Not so much what the standard is, but what do the people who are important to you, what would they want you to do? If they're telling you like now is not the time, you should probably think about doing it another time. But there's always somebody that's gonna take issue with what you're saying. But there's millions of people saying a whole bunch of shit. 9 times out of 10, anybody who has an issue with what you're saying, the timing doesn't fucking matter.
No, that's fair.
Usually.
No, that's fair. That's fair. No, I understand that. But
So
say
that's
you
really the
just
question
said,
that you got to ask yourself. Are your friends trying to tell you that, another time? Cuz I wouldn't do that shit. You know how I feel about it. Say what you got to say whenever you got to say it.
No, I get that, and that's the thing is like nobody who I hold in high regard, um, nobody who I value personally is taking issue with what it is I'm doing. Um, they're the only persons who care enough to know what it is I'm doing or what I'm not doing. They don't have an issue with it, and even if they did, we're gonna talk about it before I just sit up and say, okay, no, because I have a thought process behind me doing what I'm doing, and I want to know your thought process behind you telling me now is not the time.
But that's a
I
conversation for private, no?
No, it is. No, 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 no. Definitely, it is. No, I'm not talking about. No, no, no. I'm not talking about now because I know right now, me and you are having a conversation, and I know you do not have anything against me. Just you know, because as far as we're concerned, I'm too physically removed from everything to even be of great effect to anything.
But you're on the internet, nigga.
Yeah, but there's only so much of that shit can actually like help with. That's like the other thing. We've talked about that. All this cyber activism. Yeah, everybody doing the same fucking thing, getting misinformation, like the blind leading the fucking blind. Ultimately, it returns back to our initial conversation of what Killer Mike eventually said, which was we need to regroup, rethink, come up with a plan, mobilize, and then we tackle this shit head on. Because the initial reaction is we gonna go out here and we gonna fuck shit up. And while that sounds like a good idea on paper, in the long run, it's not. And if you don't have a specific target, you don't have a specific follow up, it then becomes one of my favorite questions, which is, well, what now? What next?
Um,
You can't just go outside causing chaos and shit with no real rhyme or reason.
all right, old
And I
nigga.
heard and huh?
All right, old nigga.
Oh no 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 no. That ain't no old nigga shit.
That's
Cause
definitely
shit,
some old
I
nigga.
hit.
That's not some young nigga shit.
Okay. Well, like I said, cause you know, um, I'm not gonna repeat what I said in the other group chat, but I said something that like I said, I felt like I bring a lot of shit to you and to other people to just make sure that my thinking is in the right place. And you let me know my thinking was not in the right place entirely. It's understandable to want to see shit fucked up, like see the whole shit just burn to the fucking
And
ground.
I quote, burn
But
all
if
this shit down.
Yeah, but if we not gonna burn all of this shit and literally all, like all in all fucking caps and like every letter dragged out, like emphasis on that word. If we not gonna burn every fucking thing down to the ground and rebuild, what the fuck are we doing? We gotta have a plan.
Well, the funny part
And I
about
mean,
that
even
is burning it all down and then rebuilding it is the most irresponsible shit you could possibly do.
fair.
Um,
No,
a lot of
no, I
people
mean,
a lot of people see it as a metaphor. Some people see it as literal. I'm never talking to people speaking literally, but
of course, of course.
like, bro, just know, like, just know.
That visual is scary as hell. If,
Yeah,
if we're being honest
yeah.
as hell, like
Because you're at that point, you're no different than everything that you hate,
exactly
and you don't have shit to rebuild it with if you burn it all down.
right. So
People
like,
talk all the time like, "Oh, we can't do this because Tulsa, Oklahoma, and they burned down Black Wall Street, and they'll burn down this," and it's like, okay, well, why are you advocating burning anything the fuck down that you live near, nigga? What are you talking about?
exactly, exactly.
In the literal sense. Now, as a
No, no, no.
metaphor,
Yeah.
as a metaphor, that's asinine. You have all this shit set up that works just fine as long as the people who are put in these particular positions have your best interest at heart. The question that a lot of people need to be asking themselves is how do we create a better situation? Because even if you hypothetically burn all of it down metaphorically, I feel like we're talking four-dimensional chess at this point. But even if you hypothetically, metaphorically burn everything down and rebuild, what the fuck does it look like rebuilt? Nobody has a clue. Everybody's like, communism, bro. You don't know how communism works because the most important part of communism is loyalty to the party. You niggas don't have loyalty to each other.
Truth.
Y'all don't have loyalty to each other enough to actually get this shit done. There's so many situations where there's blame cast upon entire populations of people. How the fuck do you think a communist society is going to work? We're gonna be China. The part of China we don't talk about, where people just fucking disappear.
I don't know nothing about that. Fam.
You shouldn't know nothing about it. I shouldn't know nothing about it. I'm gonna stop speaking on it. You over there real close to him. You the one who got shit to worry about, nigga. I saw North Korea burn that motherfucking building down. I'm like, damn. My nigga John having a rough year.
No, fuck that, fam. Listen, I live right outside the fucking airport. I've already come to the conclusion. Some shit pops off. Fam, I'm on the first flight out of this bitch back to America where the nonsensical shit over there.
I don't mean to
actually
scare
makes
you,
sense.
but you think they gonna let any planes get off the ground? My nigga, if some shit really pop off.
I'll
If
fly
shit
that
is
bitch
real-
myself.
If shit is really getting real, they not letting no motherfucking planes fly off, my nigga. To
Man,
get shot
I'll
down
fly-
immediately and cause an international issue.
Man, I'll fly that bitch myself.
That's the fucked up part about being on an island / peninsula, dog. Like, ain't nowhere for you to go if shit really hits the fan. I would hope that they would try to ease tensions immediately, but I honestly don't even know what these niggas are fighting about anymore. Like, honestly, what is North Korea and South Korea fighting about at this point? Does anybody over there know? Has anybody tried to explain it to you? What are you niggas fighting over? The demilitarized zone? That's like a ghetto, ain't it?
No,
I don't even know.
maybe I should have talked to.
Bro,
I
you've
only
been there
got one
damn
part.
near. You've been there damn near. You've been there way too long to not know the reason that your neighbors to the north of you are trying to get you niggas the fuck out of here.
Fam, first of all, that ain't got shit to do with me.
It don't
Second
got
of
shit to
all,
do with you, but you there.
Okay, I'm here.
If we at
and
my
that's
crib chilling now, I'm like,
Nigga,
oh man, it's some
nigga,
niggas I owe some money about to come through. What you
Nigga,
about to do?
Nigga, what part of me being here is a problem have you not understood? Like I said, motherfuckers think that I brought the corona over here.
I mean, did you?
Nigga, aside from Miss Corona, no, nigga, I didn't bring the fucking corona over here.
Hey,
Shit.
shout out Miss Corona. The motherfucking vinyls
Yeah,
are sweet. I might get one.
For sure, man. Shout out to the OG.
Shout out to Mark
Shit.
Cooper. Shout out to a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people that have been active, middle finger music, etc. Either way, motherfucker. But
No, like okay, like do
yes,
you not remember?
that's the odd part about being a world citizen, though, because yeah, you got to take all the negative stigmas that come with it. The problem is that you also been a nigga your whole life from the east side of Detroit, so like.
No, see,
So
here's
like
the
you
thing,
get the
though,
double
about,
negative. It's like, yeah, I'm finally out of this bitch. Finally about to go, and then and then all this shit. Then 2020 happened.
no, like no.
2020 happened and it derailed everything.
Look, fam. I I'm not I'm surprisingly not as bothered by certain shit as I normally would be. I don't know if that's growth or just me just growing numb to
That's
certain
growth.
shit.
I'm
But
gonna shoot you some bail. That's growth.
I don't know.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have
call
to
it.
see.
I'm gonna call it growth.
I appreciate you. But like I said, they rejected us from coming into the fucking bowling alley. I wasn't pissed about that. Dude lost his phone, noticed that there were two phones in my pocket, asked to see my phones, and I complied. I wasn't pissed about it. I even like went as far as to like accuse him of being racist and like in a funny sort of
Wait,
way.
somebody you don't know was like, "I see you got two phones. Can I see them?"
Yeah, did I not explain this?
No.
Okay,
Do I sound
fam,
surprised to you? This shit ain't. This is not for the show.
me and a few other teachers like 2 weeks ago we were trying to figure out a way to spend Sunday, so we went to a golf range we had went to a month prior. And when um we got there, and no sooner than we got there, some guy comes walking up, um just looking at where it was four of us. One of the teachers, okay, I'm gonna use names, or I will use letters. J was swinging. H and C were sitting down, recording, and I was sitting somewhere behind them, but kind of off to the side. So the guy didn't notice me. He walks up where H and C are sitting, and he's just looking around and ain't saying shit. They don't notice it because he's not saying nothing. He's not making any noise. So I go, "Hello, the fuck?" He sees me, he's shocked, and then H and C, they look back because they hear me, and then they look up and they see dude just sort of like standing there looking strange. He walks away, comes back, and I guess one of the attendants at the golf spot, he basically explains that the guy lost his phone and he was looking for it. So he looks around, he leaves, comes back again, still looking for it. But as I'm swinging the golf club, he notices that there are two phones in my pocket. My pocket and my pants are not deep. You can see, you look close enough, that I have two phones in my American phone, my Korean phone. So he asked to see my phone. Now in my head, I'm going, why? But I'm not looking for no trouble. I got nothing to fucking hide. Two phones, my phone. I show it to him. He goes, no, those aren't mine. He walks away. Turns out this asshole had misplaced his phone, or he didn't really misplace his phone. He just left the shit in his fucking car.
That's hilarious. But that's why the niggas should have an Apple Watch.
I just went
A
back to
lot of
playing.
issues can be avoided just having an Apple Watch to be able to page your phone wherever the fuck it is.
That's fair. What was the funny part about that was, like, the next few cracks at the next few like golf swings that I had, they went really, really far. So my coworker buddies, they basically like attributed that to me possibly being upset. And I wasn't upset, but I did play into it, and I said today's game of golf is being brought to you by racism. Remember, range is just rage with the N-word in the middle of it.
Bruh. What? What? What the fuck?
Okay,
what?
Okay, break it down. Range, R-A, nigga, N, R-A.
No, I get it.
As in nigga.
I heard. No,
Rage,
I get
nigga.
it. I heard you. What?
That's just like maybe it was a reach, possibly, but fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I was feeling like a rapper in the moment, so fuck it.
I heard the
It
shit
is what
loud
it
and
is.
clear, and I'm gonna have to. I can't endorse that one.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck you too. You know my bars come better than that. I was off the cuff with nigga. I was. Anyways, nigga. Uh. Anyways, yeah. So that was shortly after, like I said, being rejected from the fucking bowling alley that we were just at the month prior.
I would tell you be safe, but again, you're on the island. There's nowhere for you to go. You're on a big
Fam,
ass fucking island.
fam. Let me explain something. I truly do not believe this is not arrogance. This is just what I personally believe. And if I'm wrong, God will prove me wrong. I did not survive 27 and a half fucking years of Detroit for me to come over here and be killed by some bullshit. I didn't.
I don't know,
I
dog. We got
fucking didn't.
airborne diabetes now.
Again, I did not survive 27 and a half years of Detroit here and be
Nigga,
killed by
nobody
some
gonna
bullshit.
survive 2020 at this rate. This shit is unprecedented.
Listen, I will fly back during my
This shit
vacation
is
or some shit.
unprecedented.
And
Nobody's ever seen no shit like this in their life.
okay,
Nobody living.
understand. I will fly back and be on vacation if that's the case, and I'll be unceremoniously taken out by life on vacation before I am killed, drop dead, or whatever here.
All right, nigga, if you say so. I don't think they're gonna let you on the plane if you infected, but
I'm not getting.
I
That ain't.
hope not either. I'm just saying in a hypothetical situation, and I obviously would hope that wasn't happening, but
Oh, of course. Again, none of that is arrogant. Just
I mean,
what I
it's complicated
personally.
because even if you look at like all the crazy shit that was happening in the Dominican Republic, where it was people mysteriously dying and having to pay huge sums of money to have their bodies shipped back to America and shit, like it's a lot to take in. It's a lot of shit going on. Obviously, you went long before this shit really became like, oh, this is gonna be life altering for the whole world. Like you were over there
Mhm.
before we had a clear vision of that happening. Um,
Right.
so it kind of is what it is as it stands. Like you're no safer there than you are here, um, currently. But nonetheless, nigga, I do worry about you. Don't get me
No,
wrong.
I appreciate that. No, I know that. I know that, and I appreciate. I know that, and no, I know that, and I appreciate that. Only thing that I'm worried about, I am worried about people back home. Uh, I am worried about people back home. I'm worried about people back home, just being good, being in the clear, uh, making sure y'all not losing y'all fucking minds. I really hope that anybody who knows me and knows that I fucking love them reach out to me, that know how to reach out to me, that they know that they reach out to me. The time difference be a bitch, but there will always be a time to talk to. Just have to reach out. I've never been a difficult contact. I have to talk to. Fucking talk to me. Test the mic.
You good? Go ahead.
All right. So I hope, like I said, that people know to talk to me. Talk. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dumbass. You talk to somebody. You know I exist. Reach
Right.
out to me. Not hard. Outside of that, as far as I go, as far as like taking care of myself. I just want to be able to say that I enjoyed my time here by the time that I was thinking about it a lot. Like I was thinking about it a lot. Right now, as it stands, I'm not in a bad space or emotion. Um, but there is like I have noticed and I have observed that there's some shit and that's simply the sense of belonging. I don't feel like I fucking belong. Um, that's nothing new to me, but it's heightened here because it's blatantly put in my face. And I kind of understood that before I left, but in the same token, shit, I just kind of figured maybe, you know, maybe I'll make a connection with somebody in some way, shape, or form. Just people that I can like we talk to, really enjoy their company and fuck with and stuff like that. Like maybe I could build my own circle. And yeah, it's still too early to say, but 4 months has already gone by. 4 months. It'll be a year in no time.
Oh yeah.
So so yeah, we just got to see how the rest of the 8 months go. And if I decide to stay here a little longer, shit, we gotta. I don't know. I think it just takes some fucking time to like build some shit. But there are parts of this that I am enjoying. I do every once in a while find myself enjoying this shit. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another year. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
I mean, at this point, there's no safer place on the face of the planet. We're kind of all in this together. Um,
Yeah.
from a good perspective and a bad perspective, um, we're all in this together. So like, you can be anywhere on the earth. I've said this a billion times. You can be anywhere on the planet poor. You could be anywhere on the planet and sick, but like for the most part, as far as shit going in America, we're not. You're not missing shit, dog.
I know. I know that. I know that.
So you know, is what it is. We're just over an hour, so I'm gonna start wrapping this shit up. Um, any shout outs you want to do? Any tidbits you want to share with the people?
Well, is there anything I know that you were only shooting for an hour, and I know this is just a prototype. We probably shouldn't put this shit out because I'm fucking trash. But are you sure there's not anything that you want to cover? Is there not any other topic? Um,
No.
is there
Contrary to
anything that you
popular
want to
belief,
discuss?
I don't even like really talking about some of this shit.
Okay.
I don't. Well, that's not true. I don't like talking about it in kind of the in the sense of like it's been something I've been talking about so often for so long at this point. It feels like there's nothing like we talked about some new shit, but like as far as the topics we've been covering, as far as like the most important shit going on in the world right now, man, I've been talking about this shit for weeks, months, a
Okay, then
long
let's
ass
just
time. Like there's nothing else for me to really say. Niggas are gonna do what niggas are gonna do, and there's nothing I can do to influence them as it stands currently.
fair fair enough. So then let's talk about maybe some more jovial shit. Um, and I know that we just discussed.
You just cyber
Yeah.
for you. I haven't had the chance to look into, but uh, let's see. On a more positive note, on a more positive note, I have yet to win a game of Apex Legends, but last night, my squad decided to abandon me. As soon as they landed, they all got. Meanwhile, I went on to like place 4 and shit.
Like they left the match.
No, like there's like when you start the game, you're supposed
I
to
know how it goes.
jump
I'm
out.
saying, like, from what you said, it sounded like they left the match. Like they let you out there
No,
to
no, no.
just be the one person. But they literally left you in the game.
Yeah,
And you still made it to fourth.
yeah.
And how long you been playing?
Last 3 days.
That ain't bad. James plays
Yeah.
this shit a lot on stream. I don't know if you caught any of his streams. But he does. He really does his thing in that game. I'm not really into battle royales like that because, especially Apex, because there's just so much shit going on. I can appreciate the complexity of it, but at the same time, I feel like it's a little bit too much on the numbers side that would in some way, shape, or form influence negative reactions in me playing the game. I enjoy watching people. Dog. I I don't want no shit to happen where I'm really tagging a nigga, but he's wearing fucking gold armor. So because the gold armor kept him alive 0.3 seconds and literally 2 frames longer, I don't get the kill and I wind up dead, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like I can appreciate Warzone and how it's balanced a little bit more, but I can also appreciate the variety of tactics that Apex opens you up to.
No, fuck Warzone too.
Poor PUBG. PUBG was like the only thing rolling for a little while, and then Fortnite came out of nowhere.
No. I also been playing Warzone on top of Apex. Maybe a little longer than Apex, although I downloaded them both the same day. And just like just throw me in a team deathmatch. They don't have no small scale team deathmatch. It's like 104 people at the most on. And while that shit sounds hype, when you're not not good at a game, and B, you don't have the same equipment everybody else is, you'll land and immediately get fucking like most of the people that have killed me are people using a fucking sniper with like some heat vision type shit so they can see me way long before I ever get the chance to see them. And that's the shit that bothers me about that. Having far more fun on Apex, Call of Duty. But the guy who suggested that I get Warzone, he was like, maybe you should play get money, upgrade your equipped for the team. I don't know. I think in the midst of all this, I just need to return back to Red Dead Redemption 2 online. I need to return back to Red Dead Online. Get busy with that again.
Red Dead is a crazy big game. I finally really started getting into it on Xbox and shit because I'm poor. And it's been free with gold and shit like that. But that game is so fucking massive. Just looking at all the shit that you can do, all the shit you can customize, all the ways that you can approach situations is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They really put their foot in that game. But
so that's a positive thing
GTA
because
5 is still kind of the reigning champ with all of that.
Well, of course, because it's Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's the bigger IP. It's the IP that's been around longer. People are familiar with it. It's a modern setting, so yeah, of course. I met a guy at a bar around here recently. Like I just went to go get a fucking hamburger at a bar by myself because I'm fucking and a guy noticed that I was wearing a Rockstar shirt and he decided to ask me, how do you feel about Grand Theft Auto being on PS5? Now I told him that doesn't surprise me. What I forgot to, like Rockstar makes most, if not all of their big titles, which are most of their titles, available on just about any platform. Like the PS2 and the PSP handheld Grand Theft Auto games are available for fucking mobile. That and Max Payne is also available for mobile. You name a platform, and they've put their games on it. Now, the only thing I forgot to mention in regards to that is before they released Grand Theft Auto Online, long before they released Grand Theft Auto 5, they had stated like they intended to make Grand Theft Auto Online some long-lived shit. They intended to build upon it for years and years to come. I just think that we didn't understand or expect how long they really intended to support Grand Theft Auto Online, and it's impressive.
I don't think
It
they
is
intended
impressive.
to do it as long as it's been. But I think it's just been so successful that it'd be crazy not to.
No, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like, bro,
I expect it.
if it's making the numbers that they're talking about is making, like, bro, there might never be another Grand Theft Auto.
We not.
And if it
No,
is, it's gonna be rolled out like as a part of all of this shit that's already going on, or
no,
sometime mid generation, next gen.
no. I feel like no. Yeah, that's it. Like, first of all, Red Dead Redemption 2 hasn't even been out for a full year yet. We still got a few months to go for that. Uh, so with that being said, Rockstar probably might be in the middle of making something else, but even if they are in the middle of making something else, it may not be a Grand Theft Auto. Like rumors have come out that there's a Grand Theft Auto 6 in development. Um, and if that's the case, I mean, cool, but we probably aren't going to get that. Whether it's Grand Theft Auto 6, Bully 2, Max Payne 4, probably not, but a Midnight Club, we not getting another
There was
Rockstar.
some leaks about Bully 2 that happened, but I think it's just in early stages.
We not getting another Point Blank period, whatever it is. It could be State of Emergency fucking 3. We're not getting a new
State of
Rockstar game
emergency
for
in
another.
2020, you crazy? That's a funny joke.
Yeah, I told you, my bars is like even when I'm not even trying. No, but seriously though, like we're not getting another Rockstar game for another 2, maybe 3 years.
I can see that.
I give it 2. I give
I
it
could see
2,
that. I mean,
maybe
I don't
3
think they've
years.
like expanded the studio at all, because like most bigger studios at some point have like separate satellite groups of people that work on shit, uh usually in entirely different parts of the world and shit like that. I don't think Rockstar has done anything like that, so I don't think that there's gonna be a uptick as far as their output. But like, I think it would be pretty dope if they dropped Bully 2 and then like a year and a half, 2 years later, they dropped Grand Theft Auto 6.
That would be dope indeed. That would be dope indeed.
But I hope
Um,
Bully 2 does not have an online component. I know it's going to, but I would hope it wasn't, because, bro, like, if you think about the concept of Bully and how people are going to take that into different territory that we really don't want them to take that, I would
Like
just rather
it's
they
problem. It's problematic enough that the name of the game is Bully.
didn't. Dead ass.
like that's problematic enough.
But I would really, really like if they did Bully, if they're going to do Bully, to really make it a very self-contained, very like different franchise from Grand Theft Auto, not just a form of Grand Theft Auto Junior where it's slightly less ridiculous and over the top, but like something that really feels like it's something different and separate. I think Red Dead did that pretty well with
Yeah,
its
yeah,
survival elements and things of that nature.
right, right. No, I get that. Like, and I believe that they'll figure it out. Like, again, at this point, Rockstar knows their products. They know their fans. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're they're one of the developers and publishers that I trust, you know, almost wholeheartedly. I don't trust shit wholeheartedly, but I I almost trust, Rockstar wholeheartedly, to give us some shit that we'll like,
Don't
that
do
we'll
that,
fuck
nigga.
with.
That's what we did with Bioware. That'll cost you. That's 5 out of 10.
There you go. There you go.
Dude,
There
that shit
you
with
fucking go.
Bioware, they gave us Anthem. Like, yo, what are you
There
doing?
you fucking go. There you fucking go.
They gave us Andromeda first. Like, dog, you're killing us here. But either way,
Dog gave us.
either
Naughty
way,
Dog called himself trying to give niggas a
man, let's,
fucking.
bruh.
Like-
We're gonna
like
be we're gonna
as
be unpacking Last of Us 2 for the next year because there's gonna be
Fair.
DLC. There's
Okay.
gonna be DLC, and you know the DLC is gonna be like doubling down on everything that people hate about it.
As I've stated before, I'm not buying The Last of Us 2. Like, the game is too fucking divisive for me to want to spend money on it. I'm just gonna watch playthroughs of it and develop my own impression based on what I see there.
I respect that. I wouldn't have respected that 5 years ago, but I respect that now. Like I was dead ass the nigga who clowned people for watching playthroughs, but with the shit that these companies are pulling, Doc, please figure out if it's something that you really want to like commit that
Yeah.
much money to before you commit that
Right.
much money to it. Cause
Yeah.
nah, not
No.
fool me once, fool me twice,
Right.
fool me 4 times. But
I
by the
still
5th
feel
and
bad-
6th time, I'm gonna start cocking my motherfucking pistol. And it's gonna be a reckoning
Dog,
coming.
I still feel bad.
Let me
for
not make
Fallout
that joke.
fans,
Let me
fam.
not make that joke because white boys are nuts and they'll take that to a different level.
Fam, real
They be
talk.
taking it to a different level, and I don't want to influence none of that shit,
Hey man, I still feel bad for Fallout fans.
bruh. 76 came and just got dragged into fucking hell. That shit I've
Dog.
never seen from the great big studios. I've never seen no shit like that. Especially for a franchise like that. Like Anthem flopped, but Anthem was brand new. Fallout has a cult, and the cult was like, "Get this shit out of here." Niggas was like, "I'm gonna go back to playing Fallout 4, and I hate Fallout 4."
Dog.
Fallout 4 mod community was like, "Nope, we got it from here. You can't be trusted."
Shit like that makes me think I should really turn on my PlayStation 4, figure out how to use these move controllers, and make some shit. Ugh.
I mean, do you think? However it is you choose to spend your time, as long as you're spending your time doing something you really, really want to do, because life is short, and thanks to 2020, it's getting short. Every day I
Oh,
wake
shit.
up, it's like, I sure hope shit didn't hit the fan while I was sleeping. I'm gonna be real upset if I open my phone and see the apocalypse happen without me.
Nah, bro, I feel
I'm
you. I
waking up
feel
at
you,
5
man.
a.m. like, hope nobody dropped any bombs.
Dog. Dog. Oh, shit. All right.
We all
man.
gonna have PTSD after this, but it is what it is.
Oh, for sure.
All right, like I
Oh,
said,
for
nigga, let's
sure.
wrap it up.
All right.
Shout out to all my homies and they homies.
All right.
Shout out to all my enemies, wherever they may be. I hope that they are having peaceful respite, because my black ass is not leaving the house. You're good for now, home. You're good for now, bro. Anybody I have long standing issues with, like, nigga, you got it.
That's That's a wild ass shout out. Hold up, fam. Hold up. Let me get my shit off. You know, shout out to my friends and family, everybody that I left behind. Love y'all. Know that I'm with y'all. Shout out anyone who has supported me in any way, shape, or form, morally, spiritually, shit, financially. Anyone who has helped get me where I am now, almost 2 months away from turning a new age and shit. I love all y'all. Fuck with y'all. Thank you.
You an old nigga, bro. We gonna have a real honest conversation about some things when that birthday rolls around.
No, we're not.
We are. That's the fuck we are.
We
gonna have a long, honest conversation.
We can end this and have that real conversation right now.
No, we gotta wait.
No, the fuck we don't.
We gotta wait for the day.
Oh God.
It'll be fun. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I would never.
Oh shit.
I would never do anything that would ruin your birthday.
You a lying ass.
Oh man. All right, nigga, whatever. Shitpost boys. Shitpost boys episode. I don't know. We don't even need to number it. Let's just call it episode last. Episode this bitch is not coming out most likely, and if it does, it will be chopped the hell. But if it does come out, I don't even feel like we need a number. Just this Last of Us 2 and shit. Let's just call this one Last of Us 2 and shit. Last of Us 2 and a bunch of other shit that ain't got nothing to do with Last of Us 2.
No, wait, because we are the last of the post boys. We are the last of the post boys. We are the last.
Oh yeah, I got words for these. I got words for those niggas. They wasn't prepared. It was like, let's do it Tuesday. Tuesday came around.
And
there's
only two of us. Ooh, see, the wordplay is despicable.
All right, nigga.
And I will.
All right, nigga. That's enough.
All right, good night. That's enough. That is enough. Oh shit, I hate myself.
You
All
should.
right, peace, bro.
Like,
yes.